Hi guys, it's Medium Patricia here again with a new video. This video is going to be about dreams because I keep getting a lot of questions about dreams, and while I am no expert on the subject, I do have quite a lot of experience with some dreams, and I can only explain to you what I think they mean and why we have them. But before we get started, please give us a like and subscribe if you think this video will be beneficial to you and other people so that the video gets seen by other people. The more likes it gets, the better audience it gets. Also, I am on Facebook under Medium Patricia Giebel, Giebel. If you'd like to friend me, send me a message and let me know where you saw this video, and if you want to friend me, I do live random readings once a week, usually on Wednesday nights, where I let spirit come through and give messages to those that are in the room watching. So anyway, we'll get started with the subject of the day, which is dreams. Now, from my own experience, I have different types of dreams. A lot of my dreams, most of my dreams are usually, I think, my own subconscious trying to work out things that bother me subconsciously, or that are trying to work out problems that I'm going through, or for the most part, I think things that I've missed in life that I wish I hadn't, things I wished I've done that I didn't. For instance, for a long time, I kept having this recurring dream of being in school and I can't get to class. I'm late for class and I'm running down the hallway and I feel like I'm in slow motion and I can never get to class. Or I'll be in class and the teacher's calling roll call and they don't call my name. I'm in the wrong class or something. And I found out that after I went and took a college course at night, that dream stopped. So I think that meant that I really wanted to go to school and further my education, and I didn't. And until I did, I kept having that dream, and then once I did, it stopped. Now I haven't figured this one out yet, but I have a dream constantly. It might be different scenarios, different looks, different areas, but it's always me trying to get home. I'm lost in Pittsburgh. Now, I live in PA, but I've never been to Pittsburgh, and I don't know what significance that has. But that, and also I'm always running from something, either alligators or bears or lions, or I'm either walking through the woods and all of a sudden there's a bunch of lions all around me, or bears or whatever. So I know that this is my subconscious brain trying to work out something that my subconscious is upset about, I guess you could say, and I have no idea what that means, and except that it might be something that I've missed. I feel like I've missed it, and maybe it's too late to do, or I don't know. It's just weird. But those types of dreams are just your brain, your subconscious trying to work out issues that bother you, that you may not even realize. And then there is what we call visitations, and those are dreams that we have of people that have passed on that we love, and they're in the dream and it feels real, and usually there's some kind of message to that, and I believe that really is a visit from the other side, either to give us messages or just to comfort us and let us know that they're okay. I've had several dreams like that, and I would give you an example of one. My grandson Bryce came to me in a dream one night, and just before I fell asleep, I was having a really hard time missing him, thinking about him, and when I fell asleep, I was dreaming about something irrelevant to him, and all of a sudden he just kind of popped in my dream and said, "Nana, I'm going to come give you a hug. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to give you a hug." And I remember saying to him, "Honey, I know you can't come back. God can't let you come back, but I really would love that." And I appreciate that, but I know that God can't let you come back. And he insisted, no, Nana, I'm going to come back and give you hugs. Because that was one of the things he did a lot. He's always hugging. And the very next day, I had a woman come in with a little boy who was going to purchase a for toddler tuxedo from me, which I had left over from a store I had online at one time, and I put on the yard sale sites online, and didn't know this woman or her child from Adam. The kid was right about this age of Bryce when he passed, and he came through that door, took one look at me, ran up to me, and just gave me the biggest hug. And I was like, at that moment, I knew that's what Bryce meant. I knew that he manipulated this child into giving me a hug. And the mother was even shocked. She said, "Oh my goodness, I've never seen him like that. He's usually very shy." Like, I just knew that's what Bryce had meant. So they'd come to us in dreams, letting us know that they are around us, and they will show us that they're around us. And when you have a dream that is a visitation, you will wake up feeling like it was real. You'll feel very emotional, and you'll feel, you'll feel good, or you'll feel like crying. And unlike a regular dream where you wake up and you say, "Oh, thank goodness that was a dream," you know it's a dream. But when you have a visitation, you're not so sure. You feel like it was real, and that's usually a visitation from those on the other side. A lot of times they'll just come into our dreams to let us know they're okay, but sometimes they'll have messages, so always pay attention to that. It's their way of comforting us when we're feeling bad or missing them. And sometimes we wish too much to see them in our sleep, and it kind of blocks them. They say, I don't know. I know that for a long time I didn't see my mother because I wanted to see her so bad in my dream. And then when I calmed down about it, that's when I started to see her and have visits from her. And she gave me some good advice. In one dream, she did come. First time she came to me in a dream, she gave me some really good advice and financial advice. So that helped out. But anyway, then there is the other type of dream, which I think is more, from what I'm learning, and what they call astral travel. I used to have this happen to me a lot. I would fall asleep, and I felt like I was just falling asleep, and then I felt like I was floating, and I just felt like I was flying, and my boat, and I would go places, and a lot of the times when that happened, before I woke up, I had like a scary experience. It felt like I was paralyzed. It felt very negative, like almost like a nightmare, I guess. I used to call them nightmares. And I never knew what that was until I did a little research, and I realized that maybe I was astral traveling. Because I would go places and see things, and my daughter did too. She was always doing that too. And she would actually go visit her grandparents, and she could tell my mom and dad, her grandparents, what they were doing at that time of night that she was, and they were like, "What? How did you know that?" But the one time I did, actually, when they figured it out, the last time I did that happened to me, it didn't always wake up like that, but they say that's when you have that negative, bad feeling, like fearful feeling, when like you're paralyzed and stuff, that's supposedly when your spirit is not completely back into your body when you wake up. They say there's a lifeline to your soul, so you'll never lose your soul that way. But there's like a lifeline that connects you to your soul. But sometimes when you wake up before the soul is actually back from traveling, it gives you that feeling of being paralyzed, and then you get this fearful feeling like, "Oh God, what's happening to me?" And everything is real. You're kind of semi-conscious, but not totally conscious, and when that happens. But I actually had a dream, astral travel like that, where I was heading to go into heaven. But someone had told me, a psychic had told me, that you can actually go to heaven and come back out when you're astral travel. So I was going there because I wanted to see if it was true. And at the time, my 5-year-old grandson, Ethan, was having issues with seeing spirits. I think he has the gift too, but he was afraid of it at that point in time because he was little. But anyway, I was worried about him. But I started to go into heaven, and then I got scared, and I said, what if that guy isn't right? What if I go in and I can't come back out? So I decided to go back down. So I started flying back down towards my body, and before I did, I stopped and I said, no. And I just like hovered there and was thinking about it, and the next thing you know, I saw the clouds part and the sun come out, and there was Jesus standing there. I know this sounds crazy, but it's very true. And I remember clenching my fists and saying, looking up at Jesus and saying, Jesus, Ethan loves you. Ethan is my grandson who was having issues at the time with spirit. And the Lord put in my mind that I really did see him, and that Ethan would know. He would validate that for me by telling me what happened. And there's no way that he could have known. So the next day I called my daughter. My daughter's, answers the phone, and I said, ask Ethan what happened to Nana last night. And she said, what happened, Mom? Are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. Just ask him and see what he says. And she came back on the phone, and she said, oh my God, he's talking crazy, Mom. He said, you went up into the sky and you saw Jesus in the clouds, and you told him that Ethan loves him. And I'm like, oh my God. That's exactly what happened when I was sleeping in my dreams. I had that floaty type feeling where I floated out of my body type dream, which was the way I explained it to her at the time. So that is also another type of, I guess it's sort of a dream, but it's more or less of an event, I would think, where your soul leaves your body, but it happens while you're sleeping. So if you ever get that feeling of floating out of your body, that's supposedly what it is. It's astral travel. It's when your soul leaves your body to go do whatever. And sometimes when you come back and you start to wake up before the soul gets back into your body completely, that's when you feel that feeling of being paralyzed. And it's temporary. It stops once once you fully wake up. But what I always did when it happened, when I would pray to God, I'm like, God, please make this stop. And it would stop. But I would try and hit my husband, try and move when I couldn't. I'm like, something's going on here, when I first didn't know what it was about. And it was scary. And honestly, I don't think I've had that happen since I realized what it is. Probably because I didn't like it much. But anyway, that's what my experiences are with dreams and astral travel. And like I said, these are just my own experiences and what I gathered from them. I'm guessing that a lot of people have these types of experiences. So if you're experiencing anything like what I've described, that's what it is. In my opinion, that's what it is. It's all good. I mean, the visits are wonderful. It makes you feel so good inside after you see your loved ones. Astral travel, and not so much. I guess I never really mastered that. I guess if you master it, it could be a good thing too. But as far as I'm concerned, I'd rather not astral travel. So I hope this video helped you in some way, or give you some interesting info on dreams, and just pay attention to them, because sometimes there are messages in there that we need to hear. If there's anything that you have reoccurring, it usually means something. It could be a subconscious thing that bothers you, or it could be a real message. So just pay attention. Well, if you like this video, please don't forget, give us a thumbs up and a like, and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And more people will get to see the video, and if the more people I get to subscribe and like. And I do have several books that I've written that are all self-help. on Amazon.com. If you just search my name, Patricia Giebel, Giebel, you will see everything come up that I have available. Most of them are helpful in some way. Actually, I hope they're all helpful in some way. Some talks about messages we get from heaven. Some is about angels. Some is about life and things that happen in life. I have one book that I wrote for young people between the tween years and the teen years that go through a lot of things that could bother them, like bullying and parents getting divorced, stuff like that. And I hope to see you at the next video, and thank you for coming. God bless, and have a good day.